friends, and welcome to my channel. My name is Katie, also Freebird Katie, and today I'm coming at you with a story that I've been thinking about for a few months now. It's enough time has passed from the situation for me to be a bit more calm about it and a bit more just able to like explain what's happened, because it was a really fucked up moment. As you guys can tell from my channel, my name is Katie. I've been living in France for about 2 years on a French working holiday exchange visa thing. Bonjour, c'est Katie. So I ended up coming out to visit my sister and have been here for now nearly 2 years. As you can tell, I freaking love France. So my sister came out to visit me. I'm working in the mountains now, about an hour from Geneva, in the French Alps, working as a hotel manager, and it's pretty sick, I'm not gonna lie. I'm able to pretty much in the winter ski every day, and in the summer mountain bike or hike every day, and it's just a great lifestyle. I definitely recommend it to anybody. Literally, like, do it. Take that gap year. My twin sister came out to visit me for the last 10 days of the winter season, and I was very excited. But being a hotel manager and your sister working for you is definitely not the easiest thing. We did not get along the best, but that's besides the point. The last day off that I had with her was a Wednesday, and I was like, Laura, we need to like have such a good time. I arranged to go have fondue at the top of the mountain, have like a scenic view, have some like really good melted cheese on bread essentially, and some rosé from the region, and you know, it was so good. And then we proceeded to then ski down the mountain, get changed, and then the next plan was to go to this après ski bar, which was like in the next town over, so we took the bus there. And when we got there, we were like pretty much sober because we only had a few drinks at lunch and it was like hours later, so this was like mid-afternoon now. We got to this place which is like only in the afternoon, and on Wednesdays it's like pumping because Wednesday is like chalet day off, so for anyone that works in a chalet, Wednesday is their day off. It was like me, my sister, my girlfriend, a bunch of the people I worked with, and then a bunch of people I just like knew from around. So there was at least like 10-15 people I knew there, including my boss, the owner of the hotel. His daughter was there as well. So it's like pumping. It's a good time. We are having fun. I've been here like so many times before, and like I knew this place had like a bad reputation for like things going down, so like I'm not surprised what happened to me. So at this point we go to the bar and we like order a round of drinks, which is like obviously super typical. There's like 4 of us and we all ordered this scary cocktail, and basically what that is like behind the bar they have this giant bucket of like mixed drink, which is essentially like a bunch of juice mixed with like a bunch of random spirits, so it's like obviously quite strong, but like just as strong as a normal drink. But they literally take a cup and like scoop it up and like give you that cup. So I had like one of them, got another round, had a second one, and then I remember leaving my drink with a friend and I went to the bathroom, came back, drank the drink, and then from like this point on it's like I don't remember. The rest of this is like was told to me afterwards. Apparently acting quite drunk with my friend, the bartender at the time, his name was Gavin, and me and Gavin are just like apparently dancing a little bit, just like chilling, and he's like, Katie, like why are you acting so drunk? Like we've only had like 2 drinks, like 3 max. And then I just kind of like literally wasn't responding. I wasn't being myself. Like you can see, I'll insert like a picture or a video like just before this happened. I was completely fine, and then like minutes later I was literally like passed out. Like I literally had collapsed, so they had to take me and put me on a chair. And when they put me on this chair, this is like I literally like was slumped over like this, hair was in my face, and I was like unresponsive. I was not responding to anybody. I couldn't speak. I like, because it was completely blacked out. It was as if like I wasn't in my body anymore, like I wasn't there. Obviously my girlfriend and my sister were like freaking out. Then I started to obviously like puke everything I'd ever had in my body ever out onto myself. So I was like puking like onto myself for like 5-10 minutes. So then the bar obviously called an ambulance, and they're loading me into the ambulance. And they put me in. My girlfriend tries to get in the ambulance. They're like, no, you can't come. My sister, my blood relation, tries to get into the ambulance and they're like, no, you can't come in. What? Like, why wouldn't they let anyone in? So then they tell them, they're like, okay, we're taking her to a medical center about 10 minutes away from where we are now. So they're like, okay, we'll just meet you there. Fine. Izzy, my girlfriend, is like obviously so wanting to come with me that like literally she's like trying to fight the paramedics, and they're like, we're gonna call the police if you don't stop. So then obviously she's like, okay, I'll just meet Katie at the medical center later. So I'm in the ambulance, we're driving away. I wake up mid-ambulance ride, so confused, literally have no idea how I got there. I just remember like looking up and there was this man, you know, like testing me for things. And I was like, for fuck's sake, Katie, like, did you just drink so much that you just passed out and now like you're gonna go to the hospital and get your stomach pumped? Like, that's so irresponsible. Why would you let yourself get to this point? And I was like, I only really remember having a few drinks. Like, I didn't have any shots, like I didn't have anything else. And I was like, I must have just drank so much I can't remember, you know. And it was really scary being in this ambulance and being in a foreign country. Obviously I speak French, but like it's still like this boundary, it's not my home, I'm not comfortable. And they end up taking me to a hospital an hour away from where I live instead of the medical center. So I didn't know that, my friends didn't know that, and clearly they thought it was urgent enough to take me to a hospital instead of just the medical center. And they wheeled me into the hospital, put me in the emergency department, and just like closed a curtain and just like left me there.
Covered in my own vomit.
So confused. I'm so thirsty because my mouth is so dry. Like I'm having all these symptoms that I don't really understand. Like I'm really confused, I'm really dizzy, I'm really out of it. Like I'm feeling really nauseous, like my body's just like I just feel so wrong. I get up, take my vomit clothes off, so I'm pretty much in my bra, because I don't even know what's going on at this point. And then I go over to the reception of the the emergency room, and I'm like, hey, bonjour, mais je peux avoir un verre d'eau parce qu'en fait, j'ai super soif et s'il vous plaît? And literally they look back at me and they're like, get back to bed. I'm like, whoa, okay, Jesus Christ, like, what did I do? So then I get back into bed and I'm so confused. I like take out my phone, which I didn't realize I even had, and I'm like finding like locate me, where am I? I realize that I'm in Tonon, which is like so far away from where I live, that my friends, I let them know and they're like, okay, we're getting in a taxi now to come out to see you. And I was like, shit, this is gonna be an expensive taxi. As I'm in there, like nobody came to test my blood, nobody came to give me any water, no one came to check up on me, no one was checking my breathing or my heart rate, nothing. I'm pretty sure the French ambulance assumed I was just really drunk, because a lot of people get really drunk at this bar. But then I'm starting to think about it. I didn't drink that much. This is so atypical of me, this is so not like me. And I remember my friends messaging me saying, we think that you've been spiked. And it all just became really clear. I was like, oh my god, I've been spiked. How would somebody even have the audacity to have this drug? There is an intention behind that drug. You don't just take this drug for fun. This drug has an intention. This drug isn't a fun drug. This drug isn't, you know, it has an intent to be harmful. And to think that somebody in the vicinity of that bar had this drug and then literally out of anybody there, maybe it was more than one person, maybe it was more than just me, but put it in my drink. Maybe it was when I went to the bathroom, and I'm not blaming my friends at all because honestly, it's not their fault. Like, they didn't do it, some asshole did. My friends, my sister, my girlfriend, and another friend came to the hospital and came and picked me up. I'd left my shirt on the hospital bed because I just ran out into the waiting room, and I was just so visibly upset, crying in the waiting room. No one came over to see if I was okay. There was a lot of people in that waiting room. None of the doctors, nurses, Like, I had a hospital wristband on, which I actually still have. Like, okay, I know I don't need proof, but this like was on my wrist. Katie McNabb, 23 years old. I was a patient, and you know, the lack of care that I got was actually ridiculous. And for them to just assume that I was really drunk and not even do any tests, like they did no toxicology reports, so like I'm not even 100% sure that I was actually drugged, but there was no way that I was just drunk. So my friends came to pick me up, and in the taxi I just slept the whole taxi ride home. I remember getting back and all of my friends at the hotel were like, I'm so sorry, like I'm so sorry this happened to you, like this is absolutely so wrong. And yeah, it was really messed up and really scary, and not like I just never imagined it happening to me. So the next day I was like on a massive come down for like 2 days, and that's when I kind of knew that it was more serious. Not great. So then the next few times I went out, I was really nervous about drinking. I was really nervous about having a glass, like an open glass, so like typical thing, buying drinks in a glass bottle, something that's been opened, that you can see being opened. And it's like I didn't even want to have to think about these things because I'd gone out from like, I'd been to so many countries and been to like, you know, so many places, and this had never happened to me. So I was like, I wonder if this has happened to more people. So essentially I posted the Facebook chat of the town that I've been living in, 15,000 members. So I was like, you know what, this is the perfect platform to just kind of tell people what happened to me, and it was like really in the moment, it was really descriptive. I just spoke my mind. So I'm just gonna see if I can even find my post because it was a long time ago. Okay, I've got it. Okay, so it was April 11th, and I did it the next day. So I'm just gonna read to you kind of like what I put on this chat here. So last night at happy hours, my drink was spiked. 1 minute I was having a great time with my friends, having had only a few drinks. Next thing, I woke up in an ambulance. This doesn't just happen after a few drinks. I don't remember this, but I was puking and completely unresponsive while my friends struggled to help. I just want people to be aware of what can actually happen on a night out and to always keep an eye on your drinks, even though you shouldn't have to. I didn't think that this would ever happen to me, and I have no idea what the intentions of the person that drugged me was, but it was fucking scary to wake up alone in an ambulance with no recollection of how I got there. Thank God I had friends to help. To the person that drugged me, I hope you realize how many people you affected last night, as you not only fucked me up, but my friends were terrified as well, having to get a taxi to pick me up in Tono because the paramedics thought it was that urgent to take me to the hospital. Thank you to everyone that helped me and got me the right care. I sincerely hope this doesn't happen to anyone else, and I wouldn't wish this upon anyone. So that got 180 likes on it, a lot of angry reacts, a lot of sad reacts, and it got a lot of comments as well. So a lot of people just commented saying like, oh my god, I hope you're okay, this is awful. And then a lot of people as well were kind of doubting me, saying, I don't want to doubt that your drink was spiked, but did they do a tox scan? The reason I ask is your symptoms are also consistent with a concussion. So some people were like, maybe you've had a concussion. And I was like, I definitely haven't fallen. I had a few other girls saying that this had happened to them as well, maybe not at the same bar, but at like close by bars. So someone said, this is awful, I was spiked at the Buddha bar a few years ago and it's so frightening, rest up. So that was really nice. Then someone commented the drug, which was, they literally just commented GHB or GBL. And I was like, what does that even mean? So basically I looked it up and they were saying like, it makes you feel euphoric, drowsy, relaxed, and turned on. So obviously this is for people wanting to drug someone so they can take advantage of them, and that also hit me very hard, thinking that someone drugged me with that. I also got another one saying, this is horrible, I got spiked years ago and was found rolling around on the grass. And then they said, I've actually heard a few girls this season think they may have been spiked. It's not my place to tell their stories or names, but it's concerning. So I just got a lot of these kind of comments, which I will attach and show you guys what people have said. So yeah, I like a lot of comments saying that it had happened to them or it happened to people they knew as well, so it's fucked. Sorry guys, my camera cut out, but I just wanted to say a great big thank you for listening to my story, and I hope I've encouraged others to speak about what's happened to them as well, maybe start a conversation. Thank you. Please subscribe if you are interested in hearing more about me.